Hello, junior high families. This video, again, I will try to make this very brief. The purpose of this video is just to give you a little overview of just a couple of the different kind of resources, online kind of portals that we have both for parents and for students, just to give you a brief overview of what this is going to look like. So I have three that I'll just very quickly touch on. The first one is called Parents Web, and it's part of our RenWeb system. But Parents Web, again, is designed specifically for parents, and I'll talk through that process with you. The second tool I'm going to talk about is the LMS. That stands for Learning Management System. It's also under the umbrella of RenWeb, but that is specifically for students. Although parents, we have shared all of the login information with you. So we would love for you to be in this process with your students and as they try to navigate this system. And so I would strongly encourage you to keep your students' passwords handy so that you can log in and you can help them with that. Again, students, we're trying to get them more responsible in junior high and taking less off of your plate, parents, and putting it more on your students. But of course, some parental support is always helpful. And then the third is just our Office 365 portal. Again, all of this information is typed out in the email that I sent. This is just a very brief flyover. So let's start with Parents Web. So here I am at the school website, nwcs.org. At the top, you see a button called Parents Web. Go ahead and click that. That's going to take you to a login page. Now, I'm actually going to log in with Lindsay Towell's information. She and her son are my scapegoat for this video. Thank you, Towell family. So I am going to put their information. And the reason I'm doing this, I do actually have a student in the system, but she's in kindergarten, and so it looks a little bit different. So I'm going to choose a junior high family. Okay, so let's see if she gave me the right password. I think she did. All right, so I'm going to log in here as Lindsay. And there I am. I will not save your information. Okay, so this is your parent portal. Now, this username and information, login information, you created an account when you applied for this school. So I've gotten parents in the past that say, well, I don't have an account. And said, well, you have a student in our school. So you have an account. You just maybe forgot the information. And that's fine. We can help you find that information. So you can contact me, contact Lindsay if you don't know your login information, but this is the same login information that you created when you applied. Okay, so this really, there's a lot of information here. There's a lot of resources. I'm just going to show you the one, just again, really simple, just academic focused here. If you come down on this left-hand column to student, okay, and you click on this is going to give you kind of a student overview, okay? So if you have multiple students in Northwest Christian, you should see them here, multiple that are enrolled. And again, this is just K-12, I believe. I don't think your students will show up in there if they're in pre-K. I may be wrong on that. Anyways, you'll have your students show up. I'm going to stick with Caleb here since he is a junior high student. On the right-hand side here, you'll see all of his classes. You can click on instructors. You can click on the class. It'll hyperlink right to their information. You'll get a little summary here. Again, some teachers put some stuff on here. I'm going to show you another way, probably a more efficient way. If you really want to check in what's due for your student and what's coming up, the LMS is going to be a better program for that. So for Parents Web, I would say the main use of this, the most important use, is checking your students' grades. So if you come over here to grades, okay, so here I'm under Student Home. If I click grades, then what I'm going to get is I'm going to get a progress report. And this is a live document. So every single time something is added into the progress report, it's going to show up right here on this screen. Again, you have all of his classes you can choose from. Okay, so you can check again. Obviously, there's no grades for this year, so you can't see anything, but they would auto-populate right here in this space. You can also check the terms. So as we continue through the year, you'll obviously have more options on that. Okay, you can see midterm progress reports. The official report card will come up once we're done with the first semester, right? So you have some access there for for your students. So missing work or incomplete work will show up in red. And so if there's an assignment that's missing, it'll be in red. And so you can easily see that on this screen. So this is going to be your one-stop shop for checking your students' grades. And then what they've been scoring on assignments, tests, those types of things. Okay. So again, there's more information in Parents Web that we could go over, but again, I'm just giving you kind of the overview. So feel free to click around in here. Again, if you have questions, let me know, or Lindsay, and we would be happy to help you with that. All right, so that's the Parent Web kind of overview. The next thing I want to show you is what is called our LMS. All right, so you can access this. Again, this is in the email, just lms.renweb.com. That will bring you to the login page. Your students will be extensively trained on this in the first couple days of school, first couple weeks. We will use this tool. We will get the students very familiar with this, but this is going to be a good little overview for you. So login information in your email again, but here we are, NCS-WA. The username is going to be first letter of the first name, your whole last name. This is your students, right? So Caleb here, towel at nwcstudent.org. So remember, parents, you don't have an account with this. This is a student-only account. So you're going to log in with your students' information. So this is your student username. The password is going to be reset to all the same. Every student's gonna have the same password initially. I'm gonna show you how you can go and change your password if you want to. But in order to just get everyone easy login, everyone give access, it's easy just to reset the password. So new families, it'll be the same. And even current families, even if you've had a password all last year, okay, it's gonna get reset. You can go in, you can change it. If you want to, you can just keep it as it is, okay? I'm actually recording this video before we officially reset the passwords. So in the email that I link in, or that I sent out, it will have that password, what it is. So use that password when you log in. Okay, so once you put that password in, you should be able to access the LMS. Okay, so this is what that portal is going to look like. Every now and then, if you ever log in, it's just a blank white screen and you don't see anything. Sometimes you have to click refresh and it just kind of reboots it. I don't know why that is. So if you log in and it's blank, click the refresh button. That will help with that. So you can see some buttons up here. This shows you you're in middle school here, high school, middle school. You have a little notification bell. So if different things, there's chat features, there's other communication that teachers will provide that will show up as a notification. It just has a little red number 1, 2, 3, however many notifications you have. So you can click on that. If you click the name and you go to user preferences, so here, and you go to account settings, here is where you can, let's see if I remember how to do this. There is a way. Oh, here it is right there. Okay, so sorry, let me go back again and do that. Okay, so if you are here, you click the name, you click user preferences. Okay, it's kind of confusing. You have to click your initials again. Here's your change password link. You click this, you put the district code in, you put your username, and then you follow the prompts, and you can change your password. And so I won't do that at this point. Okay, but that would be if you wanted to go change your password again, that's in that little menu there. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the LMS. Okay, so here you see all 7 classes that your student will be enrolled in your first semester. So I'm going to highlight this class right here. Obviously, there's really no upcoming events in any classes. There's not a lot of homework being posted yet, so that will change, unfortunately, for students. So I want to show you math right now. So I am Caleb's math teacher, so I've added a little fake assignment for our purposes. So you can see the first little screen here for each class is just the upcoming. It's just going to show you anything that's coming up that's due, and so that's a good little snapshot about what's coming up. Okay, so instead of clicking on the, if you click the assignment, it's going to go right to the assignment page. I'm going to not do that right now. I'll do that here in a second. So I'm going to click on the actual title of the class, and what that's going to do, it's going to bring you to kind of the class front page. Class calendar right here is going to give you what events are coming up that week. So it's a week by week. So right now, this week, there's nothing due, but next week there I have my assignment. So I could click on that assignment. It would go to the assignment page. Again, not going to do that yet. I'm going to come back here. Class wall is not often utilized, although some teachers use it more than others. So I've posted a little note here and an attachment. So you can put attachments on the wall. Some teachers maybe put video clips on the wall. This is just a spot for ongoing communication. You can respond to people's comments. It's like a Facebook wall, I guess you could say. So Caleb could say something like, Mr. Ferguson, you are the best. It's like, oh, thanks, Caleb. I'll give you some extra credit for that. All right. So anyways, you can kind of interact on that wall. Again, not often do teachers utilize this feature, but some do, and that is an option. So you may want to click on the class and look at kind of what's going on in there. You can click here. This is a unit, and then you can get into, again, the topic is what we call that, to access the homework. So a lot of different ways to access the same thing. Let's go ahead and click on this link. This link is the exact same link that was on the very front page. Same thing. Okay, I'm going to click on it. It's going to take you, this is called the assignment page. Okay, so this gives you all the information about the assignment that has been assigned. So first thing is the title of the assignment. So this little worksheet here. Here we have the due date. Okay, due second day of school. What a mean teacher, right? Okay, some teachers will provide a link. So they may have a video link. So I'll click on this and you can see this is actually a video that I recorded last year. And so you can watch that link. Now, all of our videos are recorded and saved through Microsoft. And so you will have to sign into your Office 365 account in order to watch the video. That's fine. I'll go over that here in just a second. But I will go ahead and sign in so I can view the video. Okay, good grief. Yes, thank you. Yes, okay. So once I get all signed in, and again, once your students sign in once, they won't have to do it again. But here's a little video, and you can kind of see this is, I'm, giving them some math instruction on my video. I will bore us with the details there. Okay, so whoops, that's the wrong tab. There we go. So sometimes they may add a little link. Okay, and that's hyperlink there. These are notes to look at. So here's number 7's extra credit. Great. They may have an attachment you have to download. So this is the math worksheet. So you download that. Okay, and there's the homework. Now, again, most of the time the homework will be handed out in class, but if you were absent or you were on vacation, this would be a great spot to check in each day. Hey, what's going on? The video could, you could watch the video again. You're not missing any instruction. It's a really helpful tool. This little button right here would be if the teacher wanted you to upload your assignment online. Again, most of the time we're just handing assignments in person, but if a teacher wanted this feature, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can just click on this button. Okay, you put your title, description, you attach the document, and you turn it in. Okay, again, 99% of homework is just done in person. Okay, but that is an option. Again, if you were on an extended quarantine or vacation or something, and you would prearrange that with the teacher, you could turn some things in via this portal. Okay, so let's go back to this front page. Okay, again, this link is the exact same one I just clicked. So there's two different places I can find that. I can find it right here on this little preview window, or if I go in, I can find it on the class calendar. Okay, there is one additional spot, and this is maybe the most helpful spot where you can see all of your assignments in one location, and that's the calendar view. So this is called the dashboard view. Okay, if I go up here to click these three little lines, I'm on the dashboard view, I can go to the calendar view. If I click the calendar view, this is going to give me obviously a calendar. Now, I'm in August right now, so nothing is showing up. If I click into September, what you'll notice is there's that exact same homework assignment. It is showing up on the day that it is due. If Caleb had other assignments from other classes due this day, they would show up as additional little boxes. In the junior high, we have color coordinated our assignments, try to make it real easy. So red equals math, green is science, right? You'll be able to see that as you go. So what a normal week would look like is you'd have a bunch of these little boxes on different dates. And what this is again, a link right to that assignment page. So look familiar? There it is. It's the exact same page. I'm just accessing it now via the calendar view. So this is probably the most helpful. If you wanted to get a snapshot of what your student's week looks like, you come to calendar view, you take a look at it, and anything that is due or any announcement, anything your teacher wants you to look at will populate here on the day that it is due. So that is probably the most helpful place if you want to know kind of what's coming up and what your students should be working on. So no longer can they tell you, I didn't know it was due, or I don't have anything due, right? You can double, not that any of your students would ever say that. Okay. So again, this LMS does more features, and your students are going to become experts on this program. I just want to make sure you kind of can navigate it, kind of see what's going on. Okay, the last thing I will just show you really quick. I'm not even going to log in, but I'll just go here, office.com. If I were to click that, again, I'm already signed in, so I'll log out here in a second. This is what the Office suite looks like once you're logged in. You've got some different apps and some different things. Teachers use this in various ways, and so your student will not use this as much as they use the LMS, but it's helpful to kind of get a sense of it. Okay, I'm going to sign myself out just so you can see, kind of what it looks like when you are logged out. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. If you go to office.com, it's going to pop up like this. You're going to click sign in. You're going to put your work or school account. That's the one that's created by the school. And then it'll prompt you to put in your username. Again, your student, this is a student portal, not a parent portal. So this is student. So this, you would put your student's username in, which is the first letter of his or her first name, the whole last name, followed by nwcstudent.org. And then the password, again, the password information is in the email that I sent. So I want to make sure that I give all the password information correctly. So please, again, refer to the email that I sent with this video link. Go ahead, try to log into each of these different avenues. Parents Web, again, Parents Web's on the school website. That's this right here. Then you have LMS. That's this guy right here. And then you have Office. I know it feels like a lot of usernames and a lot of passwords. The first one, again, is for parents. The last two are for students. I would encourage you to keep the same password for both LMS and Office 365 for your students. Okay, both of those they have the same username, same password. That does make it a little bit easier to kind of navigate. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions, or if you're having any trouble signing in. The first couple days of school, we will make sure all the students are able to access and sign in, and we can troubleshoot. But if you come the first day of school already having everything dealt with and logged in and all the questions answered, it does make the first couple days go a lot smoother. Okay, that is all that I have for you guys. Super excited for the year. Again, please let me know if you have any questions. We will talk to you all soon.